Hi, I'm Zookeeper Chad, and here we are in one of our wombat enclosures. This is our southern hairy-nosed wombat enclosure, and that's Lucy over there that's doing a bit of burrowing at the moment, which is one of the most, I guess, unique but classifying features about a wombat, whether it be the hairy nose or the common wombats that we also have here in a different section of the park. Now, I guess we know that wombats burrow, but what is a burrow? A burrow is basically not only their shelter, but their place to rest, their place to get away from all forms of elements, because it's an amazingly stable environment when you start considering the harsh climates and weathers that Australia can throw at you. They both species burrow, but they use them, I guess, a little bit differently. They're very complex tunnel structures. I mean, these tunnels can go 20 metres under the ground. They're not necessarily all that deep, although they can be. They'll have sub-chambers, they'll have areas where they can rest and sleep and different heights and regulate all different sorts of temperature. The hairy nose will use them a bit more communally. It's not uncommon to see more than one in the one burrow and can even be together in the burrow, whereas a common wombat basically lives alone, a much more solitary lifestyle. The common wombat is probably the one that we're more used to seeing. They are featured in more TV and more forms of media. People see them around more. We find them on the east coast of Australia and down into Tasmania, whereas the southern hairy-nosed wombat now is really in very isolated pockets at the very bottom of South Australia, in what looks like that Great Australian Bight area. Very limited now. Wombats have suffered enormously with people coming in and pests being brought in, feral species that outcompete with them and predate on them. So they have gone through a lot, but thankfully there is a lot of research going into them, lots of breeding programs being undertaken in zoos and wildlife parks, and hopefully we'll see them on the improve, because they're a beautiful animal, big personalities, very friendly, very loving. When you go see the common wombats, our one, Ziggy, was a hand-raised wombat that came in because she was orphaned, and you can build such a bond with them because they have such big personalities and crave attention from people. And you'll see that when you visit Hunter Valley and you spend a little bit of time and just wait and watch, because they are quite elusive. As you can see, we're being watched and wondered on, and she's very curious. She wants to come over and see what we're doing, but she's not quite brave enough this morning. But spend some time and just watch them, because they're almost one of those animals that we think we know a lot about, but there's still so much to learn. So, wombats.